Hello, it is me here. I'm just here to try something different right now, today. I haven't done anything like this before. I've watched a couple of other people do it on YouTube, and I thought it would be fun. So today, the topic of the video is, I had an experience the other day where I went into the emergency room for an issue. I just wasn't feeling that well, so I went in, right? You know, you'd think it wouldn't be that hard, but I go in, and I'm like, okay, so I'm probably going to be only waiting about 1 hour to 2 hours of, waiting time, which is understandable here in Canada. Generally, the wait times are pretty long for emergency rooms for the fact that just there's so many people, not enough workers, stuff like that. Totally understandable. But when you are waiting 7 hours for a doctor's appointment, like to see a doctor when you're not feeling well, is ridiculous. So I'm waiting there for like 2 hours in, I'm starving. So I'm like, okay, so I'll get a candy bar or something from the vending machine. Perfectly awesome, right? So as I go to the vending machine, my mom's sitting there waiting with the doctor, for the doctor with me. So I go to the vending machine, I come back, and there's like 5 people registering, like after me, because there was not very many people before me. They're all kind of starting to filter themselves through to go to the doctor. I'm like, okay, they got here before me, cool. So there's one person that comes in, and it generally goes by when you come in here. I mean, unless you're dying, physically dying, or like there's something really, really, really seriously wrong, they're gonna get in before you, obviously. But I couldn't believe that like 3 out of the 5 people got in before me. And one person was like, yeah, I'm here for prescription refills. Prescription refills in an emergency room. She got in before me. And it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I don't know, like sometimes I feel like, would it be better? Like, what could we do to make this system better? And I don't really know. But I thought I would share that little story of annoyance. I know a lot of people probably have stories like that are pretty relatable in that sense. It's just super frustrating, especially for someone that I've been trying to contact this doctor's office for quite some time. They haven't been getting back to me, so I was like, hey, I'll go in, maybe it'll be quicker, but no, it doesn't seem like they really cared, and I felt bad because there wasn't enough staff. And, like, I mean, this girl's, the receptionist, for example, is trying to take her break. And, I mean, they have no one to replace her. So no one's literally there while you're in the waiting room. like, if other people come in, there's this lady that came there and she was like, oh, are you in any of a rush? Because, the lady's on break right now. She'll be back in about 10 to 20 minutes, So just take a seat and wait if that's all right. While her daughter's literally sitting there, just like with her like knees in a ball because she's so sick. And like literally I was like, I wanted to go up to her and be like, do you need me to get you a trash can? Are you gonna be okay? Because you don't look like you're gonna be okay. You look like you're gonna be really sick right now. And I mean, I feel kind of bad. I mean, no one wants someone to be sick. I feel bad. Like, I'm here just because the doctor's office hasn't phoned me back, and stuff. And it was the weekend, so I was like, I'll go on call, see if they can help me out with what I needed because my main doctor wasn't there. And I heard that they're very good, so I went there. I'm not complaining about the hospital that I went to. side note, or anything like that. I'm just giving my story about my incredibly exhausting day yesterday and exactly how long it took me to get to see a doctor. It was so frustrating. Anyway, there was like also this little baby too, and I felt bad for it because it was there before me, so they went into the doctors. I guess they were, hopefully doing tests and stuff on it to make sure it was okay. Because I felt so bad. It was there all day. Like, I'm pretty sure I left before that poor little baby left. And I got there at noon, and it was 7:05 p.m. when I left there. I was exhausted, tired, and just wanted to get the heck out of there at that point. Thankfully, I was lucky to see the doctor and get in for what I needed. That was pretty awesome. But I felt bad because, I mean, no longer are the staff, like, not only are the staff stressed, but, I mean, it just sucks. And I wish there was something we could do about it, but there's not really anything we can do about it. I know, yes, people, if anyone ever watches this, I mean, I really don't think anyone's gonna watch this, but if anyone watches this, yes, I know, rant things, get hate comments, and I am fully prepared for them. I am just sharing my story. I'm not trying to be rude or prejudiced in any way. Yes, I know that it could be worse, like, than having the healthcare that I do have, and I'm very thankful for that. I just think that we need to reconstruct things in a little bit of a more organized manner so people literally aren't waiting there for like 8 to 10 hours. I remember when I was younger, I had an experience that I was in the doctor's office for like waiting for like an allergic reaction or something, and it was literally 12 hours before I seen a doctor. I mean, it sucks sometimes, especially when you really need it, and I think there should be like a way of, and I know it's hard in this economy and everything else. It is so hard. I get it. Trust me. But yeah, that was my little rant. Moral of the story is I got to see the doctor after 7 hours, but everything is good. I thought I'd just share my little rant, and I hope this video doesn't get as much hate as I think it's going to. For story time, I don't know. I have some other stories that I've been thinking of doing, not quite sure if I should do it. Of course, I know I have 0 subscribers at this point. I do not care. This is just kind of even for me to go back as like a, if I want to look back, oh yeah, I remember that time type thing as well. Hope you don't hate me. If you want to hear more interesting stories, this one's not that interesting, but guaranteed I have definitely some interesting ones to tell you about, ranging from various topics like relationships, like really bad mess ups, crazy time I got H1N1, that's a good one, just stuff like that. Let me know and I will try to make a video about it. I also do other random stuff, but I mean, I always like to talk, so I'm gonna shut up now. Again, moral of the story is, after you wait to see 7 hours to see the doctor, finally get in. It's terrible, I hate myself. Okay, have a good one. Peace.